Okay, now we are just going to see the past perfect continuous tense. Okay, I had already given you the formula for the present perfect continuous tense. Now I am just going to give you the formula for this also to make it easier. So what is that we are doing now? The past perfect continuous. Continuous or progressive. Shall I give you the format for this? For past tense, we always have had. Okay. For present continuous, we had has or have. Now we have had plus BEEN plus the verb plus ing. Okay. This is the format for past perfect continuous tense. We will see the first example. She when the manager left. I'll give you the verb as type. Okay. She dash when the manager left and the verb is type. Now you have to use had and been. She had been verb plus ing, typing. She had been typing when the manager left. Is that clear now? Had been typing. The next sentence. They dash shopping when the fire broke out. I'll give you the verb as finish. They dashed shopping when the fire broke out. Now finish is the verb. Let's see how to change that into the past perfect continuous tense. They had been I'll add one more. They are shopping. They had been finishing their shopping when the fire broke out. Next one. All day. Okay, I'll give you the verb as fish. Fish here is not used as a noun, it's used as a verb. Okay, he dashed all day long. Had been, verb plus ing, he had been fishing all day long. He had been fishing all day long. Mrs. Smith dash in that school for 20 years. Mrs. Smith dash in that school for 20 years. I'll give you the verb as teach. Mrs. Smith had been teaching. Mrs. Smith had been teaching in that school for 20 years. The monkey dash on the branches since last evening. The monkey dashed on the branches since last evening. I'll give you the verb as swing. Okay, how do we write this into past perfect continuous tense? The monkey had been swinging on the branches since last evening. Okay, shall we have a quick recap? She had been typing when the manager left. Type is a verb. Had been typing is a past perfect continuous tense. They had been finishing their shopping when the fire broke out. Finish is a verb and had been finishing is a past perfect continuous tense. He had been fishing all day long. Fish is a verb and had been fishing is a past perfect continuous tense. Mrs. Smith had been teaching in that school for 20 years. Teach is a verb and had been teaching is a past perfect continuous tense. The monkey had been swinging on the branches since last evening. Swing. Had been swinging. Okay, now we are almost done with the present and the past tense. We'll move on to the future tense. See, in future tense, we have only the simple future, that is future indefinite and the future continuous tense. The future perfect and the future perfect continuous tense we very rarely use. So, I am going to explain or give examples only for future indefinite and the future continuous tense. Shall we go ahead? Next, we are going to see the future tense. We have finished with present, past, and now we are going on to the future. Future tense will always take shall, will, can, may, all these. I have already explained all the tenses to you. We are just revising a few examples. Okay. So, first we will start with the simple future or the future indefinite. We are going to do only these two, that is simple future and future continuous. Okay. That is future perfect and future perfect continuous is not much used So, let us not delve on that, we will just see these two. So, future simple indefinite. First sentence, I dash you tomorrow at the mall. I dash you tomorrow at the mall. Meet. Okay? The verb is meet. And how do we use the simple future tense? Shall meet. I shall meet you tomorrow at the mall. We are talking about only the future, that is tomorrow is a future, it hasn't happened. So, we use shall, may, can, all this for future tense. The second one. It dash today as it is cloudy. I'll give you the verb as rain. How do we write that now? It may rain today as it is cloudy. He dash his homework tonight. Complete. He dash his homework tonight. He will complete his homework tonight. He dash complete, that is, he will complete his homework tonight. They dash to see their grandchildren they dash to see their grandchildren to USA. I'll give you the verb as go. They may go to see their grandchildren in USA. I'll just give you. Okay. They may go to see their grandchildren in USA. We dash this test we dash the test drive next week. Take is the verb. We dash the test drive next week. We shall take the test drive next week. Now, if you see, we have given, that is, I've given you verbs here: meet, reign, complete, go, and take, and how we have used those verbs in the simple future or future indefinite, we shall see now. I shall meet you tomorrow at the mall. Shall meet is the future tense, simple future, and we can also call it as a future indefinite. It may rain today as it is cloudy. Rain is a verb and may rain is a simple future. He will complete his homework tonight. Complete is a verb and will complete is a simple future. They may go to see their grandchildren in USA. Go is a verb and may go is a simple future. We shall take the test drive next week. Take is a verb and shall take is a simple future. Okay, now this is quite easy for you to understand. Next we'll move on to the future continuous tense. Shall we? Okay, now we shall be seeing the future continuous tense. Okay, we just saw the simple future or future indefinite. We shall now see the future continuous tense. Okay, future continuous tense talks about some action that may be going on in future. So, for example, we dash in multi-storied buildings in a few years' time. Live is the verb. We dash in multi-storied buildings, multi-storied buildings in a few years' time or in a few years from now. Okay, how would you write live as a future continuous? We will all be living in multi-storied buildings in a few years' time. Okay, next one. dash, oh, I've given the verb. She dash for her uncle next year or next month. The verb I shall give you is work. She dash for her uncle next month. She may be working for her uncle next month. Okay, next sentence. They dash that house next week. Or I'll just give you a particular on Monday. The verb that I'm going to give you is vacate. They will be vacating that house on Monday. Okay, next sentence. We dash the parents of the students this evening. Meet. The verb that I have given you is meet. We dash the parents of the students this evening. Okay. Now, how do we change that into future continuous tense? We shall be meeting the parents of the students this evening. The baby dash around the house next month this time. The verb that I give you is crawl. The baby will be crawling around the house next month this time. The baby will be crawling around the house next month this time. Okay, now we have seen here 5 different verbs: live, work, vacate, meet and crawl. And let's see how we have used it in sentences using the future continuous tense form. We will all be living in multi-storied buildings in a few years' time, which is a future continuous tense. Will all be living. Okay. Next one. She may be working for her uncle next month. Which is the future continuous tense? May be working. They will be vacating that house on Monday. Will be vacating is the future continuous tense. We shall be meeting the parents of the students this evening. Shall be meeting is a future continuous tense. The baby will be crawling around the house next month this time. Will be crawling is the future continuous tense. Okay, now future perfect and future perfect continuous may not be used much in English language. We use only these tenses that I have given you so far. So I'll stop with here and I'm going to give you the long awaited test. Let's see whether you get a big star. Okay, I've given you a test paper now and this is based on whatever you have learned so far in your tenses. I have given 7 sentences first and I shall be giving you 8 more sentences in the next round. Altogether 15 sentences and every sentence has some mistake. And the mistake is all in the tense form. Now you have to write it down and check it up. You must be thorough with your tenses now, isn't it? Check it up and find or locate or spot the errors. Okay? Spot the errors and you have to correct it. Shall we go ahead? On your mark, get set and go. Come on. It's quite easy. She often is coming to my house. Where is the error? She often is coming to my house. Okay? The error is here. How would you write it? She comes often. Actually, she is there. Only the underlined words I will correct it here. Okay? So, she comes often to my house. I've already taught you the simple present tense where we use it, and now she often is coming to my house is wrong English. She comes often to my house is correct. Okay? Next one. Shall we go ahead with the next one? He did not write the letter till now. He did not write the letter till now. Where is the error? He did not write. Okay, what would you write there? You have to write the perfect tense. So, he had not written the letter till now. Had not written. He had not written the letter till now. It came to my notice lately. It came to my notice lately. Where is the error? Came. Now what will you write here? The present perfect tense. It has come to my notice lately. It has come to my notice lately. I know him for the last 20 years. I know him for the last 20 years. Here is the error. How would you write that? I have known. present perfect tense. I have known him for the last 20 years. Last week, I have met him twice. Now, last week is past and I have met is present perfect, isn't it? So, the error is here. Last week, I had met him twice. Okay? Last week, I had met him twice. That house is belonging to him for nearly 10 years. Is belonging is wrong. I have already discussed with you earlier where all you should not use the present continuous tense. I had already discussed with you. So, that house is belonging to him for 10 years is wrong. All that you have to write is belongs. That house belongs to him for nearly 10 years. Next one. My brother has returned from training 2 months back. My 2 months back is past tense. So, has returned is the present perfect tense. So, you have to change it to my brother had returned from training 2 months back. Okay, is that clear now? We'll just go through the sentences again and how you should find out the errors, spot the errors we have seen here. She often is coming to my house is wrong. She comes often to my house. That is correct. Have you got it correct? Put a tick mark there. He did not write the letter till now is wrong. He had not written the letter till now is right. Is it right what you have written? Put a tick mark. If it's wrong, please mark it wrong. Try to be honest. It came to my notice lately. It has come to my notice lately is correct. Mark it right if you have done it right. I know him for the last 20 years is wrong. I have known him for the last 20 years is correct. Tick it up if you have written it right. Last week, I have met him twice. Have met is wrong. Last week, I had met him twice. That house is belonging to him for nearly 10 years. Is belonging is wrong. That house belongs to him for nearly 10 years. My brother has returned from training 2 months back. Has is wrong. Had. 2 months back is past, isn't it? So, my brother had returned from training 2 months back. So, out of 15, 7 marks if you have got, just mark it up there and we shall see the rest. Put a plus mark there and keep. The next 8 sentences, we'll total up the whole thing and I'll give you a big star if you've done it correctly. Shall we go ahead? Okay, how much did you score in the first half of the test? That is out of 7. Have you got full marks? Now let's see how much you're going to score in these 8 sentences, and altogether you will be getting 15. Okay. He was having a number of books. Where is the error? He was having. this is the error. He has. He has a number of books. The dog was barking the whole night. Where is the error? Was barking. So the whole night. So you have to write has been barking. Has been barking. The dog has been barking the whole night. By the time she returned, I shall be ready. Now, by the time she returned, this is in past tense and I shall be ready is in future tense. So, this is the error. What will you write there? By the time she returns. By the time she returns, I shall be ready. My house is facing the east. This is also wrong. Is facing is wrong. I told you already certain words will not take ing, that is continuous tense. You have to be very, very careful. I have given you the exceptions also. My house faces the east. Is facing is wrong. My house faces the east. Next one. I own this plot since my youth. So, where is the error? I own. What should you write? I have been owning this plot since my youth. When you have since a particular time, you have to use the perfect continuous tense. Okay, have been owning. Next one. Where did you been an hour ago? It's very obvious the error is here. You can either say here or here. That is, where have you been an hour ago, or where did you go an hour ago? So, I have just corrected the tense here. Okay, where have you been an hour ago? Okay, next one. He has written this novel in 1985. 1985 is past. So, has written cannot be correct. So, what should you write there? He had written. Have you got everything right? Please keep putting a tick all over. And if you have made a mistake, never mind, mark it wrong and correct it so that you learn from your mistakes. Okay, the last one now. I tried to contact you all these years. I tried to contact you. Where is the error? Here. What should you write? The simple past tense. I tried to. Or you can even say I had tried to contact you. Because you have all these years, you have to say I had tried. This is past perfect tense. Okay. Now we will just check. He was having a number of books. The error is here. So he has a number of books. Next one. The dog was barking the whole night. This is wrong. The dog has been barking the whole night. By the time she returned, I shall be ready. Returned is wrong. By the time she returns, I shall be ready. My house is facing the east. Is facing is wrong. My house faces the east. I own this plot since my youth. I own is wrong. I have been owning this plot since my youth. Where did you been an hour ago? Did is wrong. Where have you been an hour ago? He has written this novel in 1985. Has written is wrong because it's past. So he had written this novel in 1985. I tried to contact you all these years. Try is wrong. I had tried to contact you all these years. Okay, now total up your marks. Have you got 15 on 15? Very good. I shall give you 15 on 15, a big star. 15 on 15 and you got a star, and this is not an ordinary star, this is a super star. So I'll just give you very good. You have passed the test in tenses. Okay, tenses, you are too good. Now we shall close up this chapter and move on to the next.